Video, and today I'm going to be doing an update to my 2020 Senate predictions. So let's begin by going through our safe states. So that would be the state of Oregon, the state of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, the state of Virginia, the state of New Mexico, and the state of that is it. So yeah, then we're gonna go through our Republican safe states. So that would be Idaho, Wyoming, Nebraska, South Dakota, Kansas. Not Kansas, my bad. The state of Oklahoma will be the state of Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Actually, Mississippi as well. That's going to be a closer race than you may think. State of Tennessee, state of West Virginia, and I forgot the state of Illinois for the Democrats, and I think those are our safe states except the state of Arkansas. So this is what our swingish map will look like. These races might go by different margins. So all the states here that are not filled in currently will go to one party by less than 15%. So let's go with the Republican likely seats. These seats are those that are going to become closer than one may expect. For these seats, I classified the state of South Carolina, that's Lindsey Graham's seat. It's gonna be a closer race, less than 15%. Same thing in the state of Mississippi, that's Cindy Hyde Smith. It's very likely we're gonna see a rematch of the 2018 midterm special elections from the state of Mississippi. And then in the state of Alabama, Doug Jones will probably be unseated by at least 5 points. So that's why I'm putting it in the likely margin. Now we're looking for some likely states for the Democrats. State of New Hampshire, Gene Shaheen, popular incumbent, pretty safe bet already. Same thing in the state of Minnesota, probably gonna go by 5 to 10 points, maybe 15 if it's a super good scenario for Democrats. And I think we can make the same argument in the state of Colorado. Cory Gardner is about to be unseated by John Hickenlooper, and I think John Hickenlooper can win the race by around 5 to 10 points. Yeah, so this is what we're left with our lean and tilt states. So when looking for lean states, with the state of Texas, that is a state that would heavily favor the the Republican Party. It would become it will become close, but it probably won't be 2018 close. And it probably won't be a blowout for the Republicans. So around 3 to 5 points in the state of Texas, the Senate race. Um, Georgia special election, I think, will be a lean margin for the Republican Party. It would probably go by 3 to 5 points. Same thing in Georgia regular election. I feel like that state will go for both elections, like lean for the Republican Party, because the Democrats are not running anyone that could actually win that race. And I think that that is a very missed opportunity. If they ran someone like Stacey Abrams, they probably would have gotten a big shot at the special election. So looking where some of the lean Democratic seats, we can say the state of Michigan is currently lean. Probably gonna go to Gary Peters by around 2 or 3, maybe 4 points. Yeah, and the state of Arizona, I think same deal with Mark Kelly. Martha McSally is very unpopular in the state of Arizona, and I think Mark Kelly can win the state by around a comfortable margin of 3 to 5%. That isn't his best case scenario. His worst case scenario, he's winning the race by 1 or 2 points. So we're left with these states. I forgot to fill in the state of Kentucky. This state is Mitch McConnell's seat, and in all honesty, Mitch McConnell will have a hard time holding on. And it's very interesting. Although he's been in the Senate for very long, he's over the last couple of years he has very close Senate races for for a Republican in Kentucky. He had about probably like 3 to 5 point margins every time, and I think that trend will continue. And I think Amy McGrath is a good candidate compared to other candidates they've ran in the past. Same could be said about Allison Lundergan Gimes, who ran against Mitch McConnell in the 2014 Senate elections. Now, looking at states that are left, we're going to be looking at state of Montana, Iowa, Kansas, North Carolina, and the state of Maine. Out of these, I can tell you that currently, Democrats have the best shot at winning the state of North Carolina by a tilt margin. Tom Tillis is sitting in a cursed Senate seat, quote unquote. So this seat, if you remember, in 2008, it flipped from the Republicans, Elizabeth Tho, to Kay Hagan. Then this seat in 2014, it flipped from Kay Hagan to Tom Tillis, and now I think it's gonna go to Kyle Cunningham for his Senate seat. Now, looking at other states that are left, the state of Kansas, I think the Democrats will win the state of Kansas by a tilt margin at this point, just because the Republicans, although the RNC in the state of Kansas does not want to run Chris Kobach, the Republicans, who the ones who are voting in the primary, they want Chris Kobach. So for this reason, I think Barbara Bollier will have easier shot at winning the Senate seat, and if Democrats win the White House, that's all they have to do. But now, I think the state of Maine, Susan Collins' seat, pretty goodbye, Susan Collins. She should be saying that because at this point she lost all her bipartisanship. She's running more consistently with the Democrats and for the Republicans, and I think that's going to hurt her eventually. And then she's very unpopular, and then adding all these things, I think the down ballot effect, all of this will affect the state of Maine, and I think ultimately Sarah Gideon will come on top. Joni Ernst in the state of Iowa, I think she will hold on. I don't think they're running anyone super prominent in the state of Iowa. They have some people running, but again, it's going to be an easier race for Joni Ernst. It's going to be a tough re-election, but if it's going to be easier than if they ran someone that was very prominent and popular in the state of Iowa. And looking at the state of Montana, I think Steve Daines will lose that seat narrowly, and I think it's going to be a super close race. I think it's going to be like that Al Franken seat the first time he got elected by like 100 votes or something like that. So yeah, the state of Montana will be, I think, the closest state in this election, and I think the final current electoral senatorial makeup would be 52 Democrats to 48 Republicans. And again, I want to thank all of you for watching. And remember, 250 subscribers, and we will do a giveaway. It will be very interesting. I'm currently working on many different things. I'm working on a 2020 CNN election night, and yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. And I'm also working on a Warren versus Haley election night, and I'm working on my new series about the political showdowns, which should be called Political Madness. So it would be sort of like an NCAA March Madness tournament, where we're getting political figures. So again, I want to thank all of you for watching. I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.